Right? It's a curse why women out here stink. Don't you know that? Yeah, it's a curse. Because our women choose a crappy diet and choose to not keep God's commandments, they stink. Right? Read that.
This is the book of the prophet Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 16. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty.
Because the daughters of Zion, right, the daughters of the Jews, we're the real Jews, not the white man. Right, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we're the real Jews. God's saying the daughters of Zion, for them being haughty, right, being stiff-necked, being loudmouth, disrespectful, read.
And walk with stretched forth neck.
And walk with stretched forth neck's pride, right? I know he ain't say that to me. I know he ain't tell me to stop being fat and stop eating pork. Read.
And one-time eyes, walking and missing as they go, and making a twinkling with their feet.
Right.
Therefore, the Lord will smite the scab of the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
Right. He said for them doing that, he's gonna give them no hair.
Right.
Tell me today, in America, does most black women not have hair?
Right.
Read that again. Read that part again.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 3, and verse 16. Right. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and they walk with stretched forth necks, and wanton eyes, walking and missing as they go, and making a twinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
He said he will smite the daughter of Zion with a scab on their head, man. That's no hair. Right? Come on, man. See, our women have beautiful hair, man, but they don't know how to treat their hair. That's why it's all raggedy. That's why it's all scabbed up, and they got no hair. That's why they got to wear a weave. That's why they got to wear blonde hair. Right? Because they don't know how to take care of their hair. They don't know how to keep the commandments. They don't know how to take care of their body. Read on.
Keep on. Right. Therefore, the Lord will smite the scab and the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. And the Lord will discover their secret parts. And in that day, the Lord will take away their bravery of their tingling ornaments about their feet.
Right, he said he's going to discover their secret parts. Right, the secret parts is your genitals. Right? He said he's going to discover the secret parts and take away the sweet things, the sweet smells.
The bribery, the twinkling ornaments about their feet.
From the wrath of the Messiah recompense. For the times we was lynched, the return of...
Shalom, shalom to the nation of Israel. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah. This is the Officer Zakar of LOZ Augusta, Georgia, and the priest Kahan and Minister Shalamah of the Light of Zion. All right, let's open up to the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17. The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17. And it reads, and whatsoever ye do, in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him. So everything that we do, the righteous acts, right, loving your neighbor, which is our people, of course, we do all in the reputation of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, right? Especially in these last days, since we're trying to get out of here, we have to love one another, very much so. So this video will be about why the laws are very much in effect and the importance of the law, the importance of the laws given to us from the Most High through Moses, which were reiterated by who the world calls Jesus Christ, whose true name is Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. So without further ado, let's get there. Let's start with some words that Yahweh Shai himself said. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Let's get the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. And it reads, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Verse 18, but verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass with the law, till all be fulfilled. Right? With that being said, Yahweh Shai is mentioned in both the law and in the prophets. The only thing that Yahweh Shai fulfilled in his time being alive, right? Or the specific thing about him that was fulfilled, I should say, was about him being crucified. And let's get that. Let's get that. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18 and verse 18. It's very important to realize that there is a misunderstanding about what he actually did when he came here and what he actually fulfilled. Because people think that he fulfilled the law, but that's not the case. He fulfilled what was said about him in the law and in the prophets and in the book of Psalms, right? So let's get into the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 18. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 18, and it reads, I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. So Yahweh Shai is that prophet that the Most High was talking to Moses about. Right? So that means we have to listen to everything that Yahweh Shai said, right, in the Gospels. So let's get the book of Luke, chapter 24, and verse 44. The book of Luke, chapter 24 and 44. That was one example of what Yahweh Shai did, right? He came and he was that prophet. So this is the book of Luke, chapter 24 and 44. And it reads, and he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you, while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me. So we went over Deuteronomy 18 and 18, right? Because that was what was spoken about in the law about Yahweh Shai and being that prophet in this time that he was alive. So now let's get the book of Psalms chapter 22. Let's get that. Let's get the book of Psalms chapter 22. Chapter 22, verse 16. Let's get that. The book of Psalms chapter 22 and verse 16. For dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. I may tell all my bones, they look and stare upon me. They part my garments among.
God saying, cry aloud. God saying, cry aloud. God saying, cry aloud. God says, cry aloud, we spare not.
Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5.
Read.
They shall not make baldness upon their head.
God says we are not to have any bald head. The pastors are lying to you, brothers. If you go to church and they take your rent money, good for you. Because you must not go to church. Show me in the Bible where God says you have to go to church on Sundays. It is not in the Bible. Read.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beards.
God says you must not shave off your beard, brother. What is a beard? Bible dictionary, please, for my bag. What is a beard? What is the meaning of a beard? Brothers, you are special in the eyes of God. Today is the Sabbath day. God says on the Sabbath day, you must gather together to worship Him. Before we come here, we were at the school, keeping the Sabbath day, going into the history of Israel. Read. Let's see what the build is. While you are give me the book of 1 Chronicles 15 verse 1.
What happens to the people who call themselves Haitian right now, who truly believe they are Haitian?
I will give you the answer. Yeah, that's a good.
But it deals with nations of people.
Well, it's cold, hell is hot. Prosper in the law, call it jackpot. Never sell your soul, this is food for thought.
Hey, how y'all brothers doing, man? Hey, how y'all brothers doing? How y'all brothers doing, man? You mind giving us 5 minutes? Y'all about to leave? All right, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. IT? 2 minutes. IT?
All right.
All right.
You gotta come back.
All right. Who called you Haitians when y'all came off from slave ships? Who called us Haitians? Yeah. Where did that name come from? Who gave y'all that name? I'm not sure. The white man gave y'all that name. Who were y'all before y'all got off the slave ships? Y'all were called Haitians while y'all were going on the slave ship. So when y'all was
no. We had our own name.
Yeah, what was that name?
What was the name my parents' name? Well, not me, but like my ancestors. Whatever they
Oh, okay. So what was your ancestors' name?
I can't even tell you. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Do you know that your name is actually in the Bible?
I believe that, yeah.
Can I prove it to you? Yeah. All right, give me Deuteronomy 29. You know the story of Moses?
Yeah, I heard you.
If Moses was walking around today, he would be called a Haitian.
That's right.
Right, he's from the tribe of Levi. That's who you are. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Levi. That's your biblical nationality. Everybody walking this earth has a biblical nationality. Let me prove it to you, all right? What's your name? Mike. What's your name? Shop.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Most High commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
So right, you know about Moses split the Red Sea, brought all his people, the children of Israel from Egypt, right? Where they were in bondage, they were in slavery over in Egypt, right? So now they got out of Egypt, and now they're next to Mount Zion, and Moses came down with the 10 Commandments, and he told us what? Give me Deuteronomy 28.
God.
Come.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
that all these curses,
What are curses? Are curses a good thing or a bad thing? Bad thing, right? So Moses came down with the 10 Commandments. He said, if you don't keep these commandments, you'll be blessed. If you don't keep these commandments, you'll be cursed, right? So we're going to go through some of these curses and see if those curses fit. So-called Hispanics and Native Americans. We're going to see if those curses fit them, right? What? Read on verse 16.
God, cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Are we cursed in the city? Are we being pulled over by the cops being cursed in the city?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time, right? Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Weren't we cursed in the field? Weren't we picking cotton? What was they doing in Haiti? What were they picking in Haiti?
Yeah, it was cotton too.
Coffee? A lot of coffee.
I think it was cotton.
Yeah, and cotton, right? Give me verse 54.
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. There go your curse right there. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
Right, so there was a point in time when we were very delicate towards one another, right? I could go to your house and borrow some sugar, you know what I'm saying? But now if I go to your house, you know what I'm saying? So they talk to us. That's how we talk to each other, actually. Read.
His eye shall be evil towards his brother.
Right? We're the only people on this earth that has an evil eye towards our brother, right? If I look at you the wrong way, you think I have a problem with you, right? What other nation of people is that? Nobody. Real Chinese man don't do that, right? The Arabian man don't do that. The white man certainly don't do that. They team up together against us, right? Read.
God, his eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom.
And towards our wives, right? We're number one in households with our fathers, right? Read.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
He shall leave. Come on now, man. Give me verse 68. Let's get to the point.
God, and the most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Were we ever brought into Egypt again? After we left Egypt, we never went back, right? So what does it talk about when it goes into Egypt?
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 2. And the Most High spake, I am the Most High, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is synonymous with bondage, right? So read that again.
And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The house of bondage again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
So how are we brought over to Haiti? How are we brought over to Jamaica? How are we brought over to America? Ships. Right? All these places we're brought over with ships, and that's in the Bible. That's a curse that actually happened to the children of Israel. So what would that make you? What's your biblical nationality? You're an Israelite from the tribe of Levi. You're the children of Israel. You're the children of St. Matthew chapter 5 verse 27.
Right.
Ye have heard that it was said by them of all time,
Right.
thou shalt not commit adultery.
Right. So so Yahushua, who the one we call Jesus Christ, is saying we know about the law of adultery. Right. Right.
But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her,
Who does what?
looketh on a woman to lust after her,
Right. Looking for the woman to lust after her. Right.
that have slack here. For slack this up. Verse 28.
Right.
But I say unto you, whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her,
Right.
have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Right. So Yahushua is speaking on adultery, which is a sin according to the laws of the Most High God. Yahushua further expounds on that, saying just looking at a woman who is married, because what is pornography? It's a man and a woman having sex, right? According to the Bible, sex has to lead towards marriage. So that woman is bound to that man. So if you're looking at porn, you're basically lusting after that woman because you're watching the act of adultery. You're committing the act of adultery by watching that porn. So according to the Most High God, that is a sin. According to Yahushua, who beautifully explains it, that is a sin. Right? So I hope that answers your